Have you ever wondered why so many people talk about changing their lives, but so few actually do it? Every year, millions make promises, new habits, new goals, new dreams. Yet a few months later, most find themselves exactly where they started. It's not because they're lazy or weak. The real reasons run much deeper, and if you understand them, you can break free from the cycle that holds most people back. Let's talk about why 90% of people never change and how you can be different. Why 90% of people never change. Most people dream of a better life. They want more success, more happiness, more freedom, but when it comes time to act, they stay exactly where they are. Why does this happen? The first reason is fear. Change always carries uncertainty, and uncertainty feels dangerous to the human brain. It's safer, or at least it feels safer, to stick with what you know, even if what you know is making you miserable. Fear whispers that failure will hurt, that trying will only expose your weaknesses, and that you might lose what little you have. And for many, that fear is enough to paralyze them. The second reason is comfort. Comfort is addictive. If your current life isn't terrible, it's easy to convince yourself that it's good enough. You numb yourself with routines, distractions, and excuses. Over time, you start believing that real change is unnecessary, or even impossible. You stop reaching for more because you've accepted less as normal. The third reason is the lack of a real plan. Dreams without action steps are just fantasies. Most people want transformation without strategy. They wish for change, but they don't build systems to make it happen. Without clear steps, it's easy to get overwhelmed and quit at the first obstacle. Without a path, even the strongest motivation fades away. The fourth reason is self-doubt. Deep down, many people don't believe they're worthy of a better life. They tell themselves they're not smart enough, not disciplined enough, not lucky enough. This internal dialogue becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you doubt yourself, you sabotage yourself. And each failure reinforces the idea that change is impossible. It's not laziness, it's not a lack of dreams. It's the invisible chains of fear, comfort, confusion, and self-doubt that keep people stuck exactly where they are. The good news? Once you recognize these forces, you can start breaking free from them. And that's what we're going to talk about next. How you can be different. Most people stay stuck because they never recognize the invisible walls around them, but you can be different if you make 3 critical shifts. The first shift is awareness. You have to see the forces working against you. When you feel fear creeping in, name it. When comfort tries to seduce you, recognize it for what it is. When doubt starts whispering in your mind, call it out. You can't fight an enemy you can't see. By shining a light on your internal resistance, you take away its power. Awareness doesn't make fear disappear, but it makes fear manageable. It gives you back control over your choices. The second shift is small actions. Forget giant leaps. Forget perfect plans. The most powerful transformations begin with tiny, almost invisible steps. You don't need to change your life overnight. You just need to do one thing today that moves you forward. One email sent, one workout started, one book opened. Small wins build momentum. Momentum builds confidence. Confidence builds belief. And belief changes everything. The third shift is building a system, not relying on motivation. Motivation is unreliable. Some days you'll feel inspired, most days you won't. If you wait for motivation, you'll wait forever. Instead, create systems that make action automatic. Set up your environment to support your goals. Schedule your priorities before distractions have a chance to take over. Remove the need to decide every day whether you're going to work on your dreams. Make it part of your normal life. People who change don't rely on willpower. They build habits that make success inevitable. These shifts aren't dramatic. They won't make headlines. But they are what separates the few who transform from the many who only wish for change. You don't need superhuman strength. You don't need perfect circumstances. You only need to become the kind of person who keeps moving forward, even when it's hard, even when it's uncomfortable, even when no one is watching. And once you start, something incredible begins to happen. Let's talk about that next. What happens when you truly change? Real change doesn't feel dramatic at first. It feels quiet. It feels slow. At first, you might not even notice anything different, but over time, the small actions you take begin to reshape everything around you and everything inside you. The first thing that happens is your identity shifts. You stop seeing yourself as someone who wants to change and start seeing yourself as someone who does change. This new identity is powerful. When you believe you are a person who grows, who adapts, who pushes through challenges, your actions naturally follow. You're no longer pretending or hoping, you're living it. The second thing is your opportunities expand. Doors that once seemed closed begin to open. People start to notice your energy, your discipline, your consistency. You attract better relationships, better jobs, better possibilities. Not because of luck, but because you've become the kind of person who's ready for them. Change doesn't just alter your world, it alters what your world offers you. The third thing is your resilience strengthens. Life doesn't magically become easy. There will still be setbacks, failures, and hard days, but you won't crumble the way you once might have. Each challenge becomes just another step, not a dead end. You develop the inner toughness to keep going, no matter what happens around you. And perhaps most importantly, you inspire others. Without even trying, your life becomes a quiet beacon for the people around you. Your friends, your family, even strangers will see the transformation and wonder if maybe they can change too. You become proof that growth is possible. This is the hidden magic of real self-improvement. It's not just about achieving goals or checking boxes. It's about becoming someone you're proud of. It's about building a life that feels right from the inside out. And it all starts with a choice, a small, quiet decision to be different. You have that choice right now. Change isn't something that happens overnight. It's a slow, deliberate process, built on 1,000 small choices that most people never even notice. That's why it's so rare, not because it's impossible, but because it demands more patience, more self-awareness, and more persistence than most are willing to give. But here's the truth. If you understand the forces holding you back, fear, comfort, confusion, and doubt, you already have an advantage. You're no longer asleep to your own patterns, and that makes you dangerous. In the best possible way. You don't have to be extraordinary to change your life. You just have to be consistent when others quit. You have to move forward even when no one is clapping, even when no one is watching, even when the results are invisible for a while. That's how real transformation happens. Imagine yourself a year from now, looking back at today. Will you be grateful that you started, even if it felt slow? Or will you wish you had taken that first small step? The future isn't written yet. It's shaped by what you choose to do right now. If this message inspired you, consider liking this video and subscribing for more content designed to help you become the person you were meant to be. Your journey is just beginning.